Nightly greetings, one and all. William Theo here, homegrown and happy to bring you PTV News Now. And we begin with the courageous and persistence of a civilian group hell-bent to hand over replenishment supplies and relief assistance to fisherfolk and around heavily guarded Scarborough Shoal in the West Philippine Sea. And though the aid mission group of the Atin Ito coalition did not reach Scarborough Shoal, the objective was accomplished as a turnover or handover of replenishment supplies and aid successfully changed hands. The Philippine Coast Guard spokesperson Jay Tariela in a Philippine Information presser earlier today said this civilian maritime venture did not have to reach Scarborough Shoal given the handover or distribution of fuel supplies and food packs to fisherfolk recipients was completed earlier. With the Scarborough Shoal checkbox filled out, the Atin Ito coalition sets its sights on the second phase of its mission to Panatag Shoal. The Atin Ito coalition mission is on its own and not sanctioned by the Philippine government. Meanwhile, Palestinians across the Middle East mark today as the 76th commemoration of their expulsion or dispossession from what is now the Holy Land or Israel, amidst apprehensions and fears of a repeat or rerun of their painful history. Aptly dubbed as Nakba or catastrophe in Arabic, today harkens back to 1948 when Israel declared its independence and eventually acquired full statehood, but had to clear and drive some 700,000 Palestinians out of the Holy Land before doing so. This mass expulsion cuts to the core of Palestine's struggle to be free from Israel's domination for the last 75 years. But somehow, Palestinians to today's woes, in which 85% of Gaza has turned into rubble, 35,000 Palestinians are dead, 14,000 are children alone, and a dark and uncertain future lies ahead as a result of an unforgiving 6-month war between Israel and Hamas. As Russia ramps up its bombing attacks in Kharkiv, America's top diplomat shows an unannounced in Ukraine to assure Zelensky and Ukrainians of badly needed ammunition and war material. After meeting with Zelensky in the day, Secretary Antony Blinken joined a rock band in an underground club on stage to perform Neil Young's Rocking the Free World, as VOA senior diplomatic correspondent Cindy Sain reports.
Top U.S. diplomat Antony Blinken delivered a powerful message Tuesday evening, playing his guitar and singing Rocking in the Free World with a Ukrainian band in an underground bar. Before the song, Blinken said this:
The United States is with you. So much of the world is with you. And they're fighting, not just for Ukraine, but for the free world. And the free world is with you too.
Blinken's visit came as Russia carried out a series of airstrikes on Ukraine's second largest city, Kharkiv, in the northeastern part of the country, hitting a residential building and injuring at least 17 people. Russian troops have advanced in recent weeks, taking advantage of Ukraine's shortage of troops and artillery shells. The visit is Blinken's first to Ukraine since Congress passed a long-delayed $61 billion aid package. Blinken reassured Ukrainians that help is on the way.
We're going to help you hold off Russia's attacks, make it harder for them to strike you, and keep the Black Sea open so you can keep growing your economy and keep helping to feed the world. We know that time is of the essence. That's why, just 1 minute after Congress approved our massive aid package, President Biden sent ammunition, armored vehicles, missiles, and air defenses to Ukraine.
One expert told VOA that Russia appears to have the upper hand in the war right now.
They have a lot of political momentum right now because of the recent re-inauguration of Vladimir Putin, because of Victory Day, and really knowing that there is a moment of opportunity for Russia right now in May and in June to do something to push back the lines and kind of change the reality on the ground.
Another expert agreed, but says it is also important to note that Russia is nowhere near winning the war against Ukraine.
But Russia is as far from victory, whatever that might mean for Russia, as it was 6 months ago, as it was a year ago, as it was 2 years ago.
Earlier, Blinken also ate pizza with his Ukrainian counterpart in a restaurant founded by a war veteran. Cindy Stain, VOA News.
And right now we turn over to our correspondent in PTV Cordilleras for the latest development in the Cordilleras of my colleague Eddie Carta.
Dahil pagkaradi Pilipinas, ijajaya ti DSWD ti Project Lawa ken Project Binhi, kas tulong kada iti umiling apektado iti epekto ti climate change kas iti mapaspasaran itang El Nino. Proyekto da ito'y ti sidong ti Resiliency Program Climate Change, Adaptation and Mitigation Disaster Risk Resiliency kas proactive intervention ken sustainable solution tapno may pasigurado tinatalgad a supply ti danom kenom das ataraon iti baet ti mapaspasaran nga epekto ti climate change ken kalamidad. Iti Project Lawa agar aramid ken agitar tarimaan dagiti benepisyaryo iti pagurnungan iti danom bat nga iti Project Binhi agmulmula dagitoy kadagiti tinateng ken fruit bearing trees. Iti Cordillera kailian dumanon iti 8,343 dagiti partner beneficiaries ti proyekto. Anak ay paluspos iti nasurok ka 71.79 milyon na pondon. May patpatong pal dito iti Casa for Work Scheme. Agtrabaho dagiti partner beneficiaries iti 20 aging 25 mil daw. Manamnama ang manayunan dagiti partner beneficiaries iti resyon. Baban iti may 1 bilyon na piso sa pondo nga gatan iti dole tupad ang mausar iti proyekto.
So bago tayo magkaroon ng pagkain, kailangan tiyakin yung tubig. So yung epekto ng El Nino matindi dito sa CAR. No, so nilaanan ng pondo at ito ngang Project Lawa at Binhi ay nationwide ginawa ng DSWD. Isa ang Cordillera sa aming prioridad na kailangan tulungan.
Kabayatan na narisutan ti lokal na gobyerno dagiti problemado nga infra projects iti Baguio City. Ituloy apon Juan ti Baguio City LGU dagiti apektado a proyekto a napukawan iti pondo gapo iti nagduduma a rason. Itay lang nabiit naangay ti exit conference iti nagbatan ti City Government of Baguio ken iti Commission on Audit. May nay kaditi audit observation memorandums iti panakausar dagiti pondo ti syudad. Naduktalan ang manipon iti 3 billion na local development fund iti Baguio para iti calendar year 2023, 8% with a 257 million lang ti na-implementar. 27 dito iti behind schedule, but nga 18 ti nagpaso nga adaan iti liquidated damages kan 16 ti nasuspindir. Idaklon ti City Administrator, ang nababauna iti fund utilization rate ti siyudad iti 2023 kan kadagiti napalpalabas atawan. Amin ang suspindir ang nationally funded projects ti siyudad kat ituloy apunduan ti city government.
The question natin dito is really to implement the projects. Yung mga ibang project na hindi na ma-implement, ni-revert na natin ang pondo. Okay, so I think there were around siguro mga 300 million or 284 to 300 million were reverted already. Inilagay na natin ito sa new projects na pwede natin ma-implement.
Bueno, dagita nagdinamdamag manipon ito PTV Cordillera siya ni Eddie Carta, Naimbag, Arabi.
Thank you, Eddie, and that's a wrap for tonight. We look forward to you joining us tomorrow for the latest breaking events here and abroad. William Theo wishing you all a restful night ahead.